Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back to the FlyByWire A320neo in British Airways colours. Today taking flight from London Heathrow to Torino, Turin, to about an hour and 50 minutes of flight time today. Not a short flight, but kind of, yeah, it's a short haul flight, but not the shortest in the world. But most importantly, we finally have ourselves our copy of the iniScene Heathrow scenery. So this released on Friday, the day after the A321 from Heathrow, but of course, when I landed at Prague, that's when it actually released. So I missed out on the Friday initial release, but we have got it now, and we have got it to enjoy in Flight Sim. So, flying Heathrow today, heading up to Torino, Turin. Should be a good little flight today. Weather not looking too great in the UK at the moment. Hopefully the frame rate won't be too bad. I'm looking around and I said the frame rate's not well. Again, I tested this without streaming. Of course, now my first proper streaming test. Hopefully we'll keep it hard, but if it's anything better than Vienna and Gatwick, I should be alright for the most part. So Wizz Air at stand. If Wizz Air quite fly to Heathrow, but hey ho, welcome to Heathrow. Set the aircraft up, and as we're kind of in the boarding process, I'm going to be able to take time to actually around scenery in a bit more detail to see actually what it covers. Because well, Heathrow is my local international airport, so it's an airport I have been to, well, especially last year, COVID lockdowns. Became my main base of domestic UK flights. Normally I fly out of Stansted in real life, and I fly Ryanair flights around Europe. But with COVID and no more international trips, Heathrow and I go to mainstays. So, an airport I've had a fair bit of familiarity with. Been out through I've been through 3 of the terminals. So I've been out of 2, 3, and 5. I've not yet done 4, and Terminal 1 is long closed. So, we'll have a chance to come in the shell of the old Terminal 1. Terminals 2, 3, and 4, and what the scenery looks like today as well. So, flight today is going to be BA536. Line the RS for minutes. Our course next today is going to be 40. We're cruising altitude of flight level 370. Next page, go to our geofence to gravity. Before we do that, we'll leave up the passengers. So ATSU, AOC. We'll do the weather request first. Send that. Return. Do the weight and balance. Import from SimBrief. So we have 174 passengers on board today. Start boarding the flights. Head back. Company message received. Print out the meter and head down our center console. Ready for reference. The TARA, pretty finisher comes to auto, pull that, and head over back to our initialization. So got a tablet started up. I really love detail. Even the jetways have the HSBC Bank branding as well. It's a very detailed time on this. A few minor issues here and there which I'm going to comment on. It's not a perfect scenery, but for the important bits, certainly has everything you need there. So one that I'm enjoying at the moment. But it's not perfect. I'll go into those details later on. Right, zero fuel weight. Our zero fuel weight today is going to be 635. So 63.5. Center of gravity 21.9. And block fuel on board today is going to be, once I've fueled, 6.6. So our total fuel we need is 6509. But again, fueling is never exact. So we'll say 6600 will be off on board. But still an instance. Okay, sorry. I keep forgetting to change that fueling. I think it was the last time we had a crash in the sim, and that's why we had to quickly refuel the airplane up. Oh well, not the end of the world, right. So 66 sets, that's fine. Back to FMS, over to our flight plan. Yeah, Luton Chelsea, that's kind of on my left hand side there. Even Drawyah. Got the flight and the football on. Oh yeah, same here dude, same here, except this time I'm actually flying the flight. Thumbnail's messed up, is it? Shouldn't be. Thumbnail is... Oh, it looks alright to me. Throw it to Turin. What's the messed up for it? Oh, hang on. Check on the YouTube promotion maybe, live streams. No, it looks alright to me. Heathrow to Turin. What are you looking at, Kai? Also, welcome Kai. Yeah, thumbnail looks alright to me. Can't quite see what the issue is that one. Right, flight plan. First weapon today is going to be max it. Max it, we then fly the Yankee 803 to Midhurst. Uniform Lima 612. Flight time today, 1 hour and 50 minutes, Stim. 1 hour and 50 minutes. So it's Midhurst 612 to Olugo. Direct to Akasi. Sorry, Olugo. O-L-U. Oh, sorry, Ogulo, sorry. So I'm looking at the mismatch. I should have mismatch, I've got updated data. Something I should never have ever again. Right, Ogulo, direct to Akasi. Then it's direct to Keiko. Then it's direct to Mo. Then it's direct to Madiv. To mess from the tower there. Our max waypoint is going to be invalid. If I be made for departure instead, so I'll get that also edited in. Right, Madiv, we then fly direct to Mokip. Your second person is messed up. What's the thumbnail? Sorry. Thumbnail messed up. It shouldn't be. Oh, okay. For some reason, you see it as that. I see it as that. So obviously something has not made it through. Okay, well, thanks for the heads up. I'll change that now quickly. Change. Put to the thumbnail. It's very odd. I've not had that before. Right, let me upload the thumbnail. That should take a few seconds. Mokip. We then fly Uniform Lima 612. Back on the airway. So Milput, Uniform Mike 135 to Lurag, nearly there, Mike 135 to final waypoint, Verob. Right, I'm going to insert that, but before we go any further, I'm going to clear the max it waypoints and change that to a Mayfield. So insert that, clear the discontinuity, and then as soon as the RS aligns in 2 minutes, we can double check if that kind of matches up, no problem for us, it should do. I'll go to Navigraph, just type in May. Mayfield. There's Mayfield, so I need to go to Midhurst, Mayfield, Bognor. Okay, so we'll go direct to Mayfield, and from Mayfield to Vuele. So we'll skip a few waypoints just to get match up on nicely. So get rid of you, get rid of Bognor because Bognor is so go to that. Go to Benbow. Hawk is also there. So was it Vuele? Yeah, so what we'll now do is clear up the departure path slightly. Looks like they're tracking to the course there to 140 down to 16, but that's fine. Cool, so flight plan is set. Listen to the ATIS, and let's get our weather sorted out. You've got your own way, you're reporting flight plan, sim brief. I mean, do it your own way, yes, at the end of the day. Ultimately, it's down to your own enjoyment. So if you don't really know how to do all the manual FMS inputting and just kind of do it automatically, then go for it, dude. Nothing's stopping you.
090 at 6 knots. Terrain. Altimeter 1018. Temperature 7 degrees Celsius. Dew point 4 degrees Celsius. Scattered broken clouds at 3,800 feet.
1018 set.
At 4,700 feet. Scattered clouds at 2,900 feet.
30 on the clock. Departure
Winds
approximately
090 at 6 knots.
17
Terrain.
minutes.
Altimeter 1018. Temperature 7
I'm gonna have 5
degrees
more to that then.
Celsius.
So
Dew point 4 degrees Celsius.
22.
Scattered broken clouds
Clear that
at
information,
3,000.
sorry. Passenger count, sorry, is 184 according to this. Really? 184 apparently. Has got Wi-Fi, no entertainment, no body music. You have got British Airways safety briefing. Yes, next, no meal. Passenger is now board. Yeah, sorry, that information we had on the ATIS, that is information Delta, which we'll contact with. 6,000 initial climb, 108 altimeter sets, stand 544. Now contacts, we'll just tune over to tower frequency and also our clearance. So tune tower, sorry, tune Heathrow tower on. My WebEye as well, so make sure my WebEye is also facing the UK, currently over America where we last flew. Right, Heathrow on 118505. Good afternoon, Heathrow Tower. This is Speedbird 536 and 544 with information Delta requesting clearance to Turin.
Speedbird 536, have a good evening to you. You're cleared Turin. Mayfield 22, correction, Mayfield 22 at departure on runway 09 right, squawking 2257. Check information Delta.
Speedbird 536 is cleared to destination Mayfield, destination Turin via the Mayfield 2G at departure, runway 09 left, squawking 2257, check information Delta.
Just confirm runway 09 right, can you?
Sorry, messing up. Runway 09 right, Speedbird 536.
Speedbird 536, correction, Speedbird 536, Speedbird fully correct, call for please start when ready.
We Dave, myself, and ATC here. Maybe talking over our own words, stumbling over our own words today. Right, so departure the main field's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Call departure set. So departing on 290 right. Sorry, 09 right. Mayfield 2G at departure. Insert that. Insert. Flight plan. Clear the discontinuity. Clear the second Mayfield. This will do again. Cool, that's our departure set. Finish climb 6,000 feet. So it's looking good. We're going to return back to the ARC page. And our final step, which is to calculate the performance of our A320. So we don't use this version, I want to use the newer version. So I need to go to our desktop, find the A320 zip. There we go. That's what I wanted to load. Please. Come on, don't fail me now. It worked for me last time. Is it launcher it wants? Or is it the application it wants? Application's one it wants, there we go. Right. Load. So this is the SimSmart A320neo calculator. It's been designed alongside EasyJet Sim Pilots. And basically, it's just a new calculator being put together, which will hopefully release in the not too distant future to improve the whole Simscape. I'm going to change this actually, so I want to set it to meter when it also fails. You calculate it again, hopefully. There you go, quarter meter. 108, temperature 07, wind 0906 knots. Ground conditions are currently slippery and wet. Anti-ice will be off. Takeoff weight is in tons. 69.8, so 69.8 70. Takeoff centre gravity will be forward. Flex takeoff. Config 1 flaps. PACX will be on. So, 153, 153, 153. If I were to do flaps 2 for takeoff today, how would that work? It's not 153, okay, so if flaps 1 takeoff, that's fine. There's a toe grip perhaps. Okay, so that makes more sense. 135, 144, 148. So, given the runway conditions right now, we'll be doing a toga takeoff. So, toga thrust 135, 144, 148. So, for NTFMS, go to initialization, go over to performance. 135, 144. So, I could do a 153 rotate, but that would be so far down the runway in these conditions, it would probably not even be worth it. That's 1, and then transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Thrust reduction 1079. Flex temp, leave that blank. And there we go, we are good to go. As soon as passengers finish boarding, then we can switch over to the, well, start pushing the aircraft back. What we'll actually do is start the APU, so if it was on, so that's on, APU, start. And while we're waiting, here's a quick look at the Heathrow by iniScene. I must say, it is a very, very detailed Heathrow this. Absolutely adoring the level of detail we get in this sim. I mean, like I say, the default, the premium deluxe Heathrow is good in flight sim. The premium deluxe is very good, but this is so much better. So you've got the proper HSBC branding on all the jet bridges. The terminal has got like a basic interior coming to it. So if you go inside, actually kind of look down into the inside the building. Heathrow looking very, very good indeed. The full terminal layouts, sorry about the frame rate. I think it's when I move the camera really fast, the frame rate will drop. When I'm stable, it'll increase again. But yeah, the leather detail throughout the scenery is honestly just fantastic. It looks just like Heathrow in real life. Very, very detailed throughout. It's only about 17 quid on the market, plus tax went up to 22. I know that because of reasons, but seriously, it's a very, very detailed Heathrow scenery. And over here we've got the expansion to Terminal, well, where Terminal 1 used to be, kind of being rebuilt in Terminal 2. That's all been built up as well. Got the little cutting here where the crane's also digging, the underfloor passageway between the two terminal blocks. The Heathrow maintenance centre, so you've got the British Airways and Virgin Atlantic main hangars. You've got the fire testing plane. Also got the main Heathrow kind of maintenance and offices. We've come over to runway 09 left, sorry 27 left, then got the old Miss Avenue spotting point, and this looks very good compared to real life Miss Avenue. I mean, I've been here a couple of times in real life to spot planes. If you kind of position yourself on the ground looking towards the fence, they've really, really knocked it out, the Miss Avenue viewing ports. So if we kind of go on the ground here, sorry, there's no fences. I'm sure there's fences here, and I was looking at earlier on. Obviously, they're just not loaded up yet, but even kind of looking down, the tree lines have been adjusted, the viewing points have been adjusted. So I don't know where the fences went. I'm sure there's fences here earlier on. I'm positive there were. Might just be a bit too far away from the airplane to load it all up. Got the old Concorde as well. Yeah, so give it 2 seconds. I think it's just loading, but the Concorde as well, currently sitting by runway 27 left. Just let it load. Please load. It did load up for me earlier on. I think it's just because it's too far from the airplane. What's that? Oh, runway 09 right, taking off today, so yeah, we've been outside, that's fine. There we go, right, so there's a Concorde. That's at the end of 27. Oscar Alpha Bravo, I believe this one is. Yeah, Oscar Alpha Bravo on the tail. Okay, the fence has appeared now, there you go. No, it hasn't. Some of the fences have appeared. Not all of them, there you go. This much fence has appeared. It's not a bad looking Heathrow. Really, really well detailed. There are some issues with it, so if I look at some of the buildings, there's one building over here which, there you go, the one of the hotels, I can't remember which hotel this is, but you can see where the textures kind of go through one another. So it needs a bit more work, this building. If you go to kind of the interior of some of the terminals, like Terminal 5, then they've got the same kind of issue where the modelling just doesn't quite match up. So if I go over to terminal 5, I mean, that's it, the level of detail is fantastic. Then terminal 4. Is the cargo terminal. You know, ground textures as well, tarmac, everything concrete, just looks really, really good at this airport. Once again, if you kind of zoom in towards the terminal, you see it's got kind of an interior going to it. Nothing super detailed, but for an external, the windows are transparent because you see quite a lot through it. But again, some of the textures do overlap. Just needs a little bit more love, I think. You can see where the window textures just kind of overlap and appear on top of one another. Needs a bit of work, but it's not a bad scenery, this. It's a case of what's the word? It's a case of what's the word? So it's called texture tessellation. We have two textures kind of on top of each other, and the way they layer just doesn't quite work. So you kind of see the behind texture in front of the front texture. Yeah, it just creates a little bit of glitching from that, but it's not a bad method of doing it. It just needs a bit of love, like a solid texture behind it, or attach the model to a texture to then avoid tessellation in front of it. So yeah, it's called model tessellation, is what it's called. Right. So AP is running, that's fine. AP bleed comes on. Cut the external power. Welcome, Danish Noob. Welcome, Dream Veg Flight. You did this flight from, oh, you did opposite way from Turin to London. Very good. British Airways, or who did you fly with, dude? What are you doing? Right, nav lights switch on. Strobe lights automatic. Beacon lights now come on since you already the engine push and start. We've got our clearance source to this. You see, I think it's just down to the model loading when you have the stand up. There you go, 544. I could probably improve that actually just by changing the, what's it called, the level model of detail, probably increase it, or upgrade my CPU. When it comes to my PC upgrade, that'll probably be my next upgrade, CPU, so give it a time and go from there. Right, we'll contact the tower, request our push and start. I guess I was ready to get going. Stand 544. Not sure what I mean by that. Corrupted Arctics. Scenery's working for me. What's your what's up with you? Do? What's not working for you? Neo Concord, love it. Yep, saw the Concord and Sand there at the end of the runway. Welcome, man. How you doing? Welcome, Excelli. How you doing? Speedbird 536 at stand 544 is ready for engine push and start.
Speedbird 536, push start approved, face south, QNH 1018.
Push start approved, facing south, QH1018, Speedbird 536. So, push start approved, facing south, make sure that we're ready to go. Set, that's fine. Yeah, cool, right, ready to go in 2 seconds. Hang on. 2 seconds. Hang on, a quick error quickly, need to fix that. We're going to tug in position actually quickly while we're waiting. sorted, and this one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
Yeah, this is FlyByWire A32NX, Andy. This is FlyByWire A32NX.
Service to Italy. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour, and
So toggle now into position. Couple up the aircraft. Now as we taxi over to the 09 right side. Nice opportunity to look at the airport scenery in detail as we're taxiing alongside. But once again, it has got some interior design to it. Still, well, I won't say yes, it's version 1.01, so it's still kind of being worked on. A lot of love for it on the way. But like I say, some issues with texture tessellation just needs a bit of work on. And hopefully kind of just go from there, really. Also, the frame rate needs a bit of love, but that went down to my system, my CPU, not being quite scratched. Also, 4K, not 1080p. Ground from flight deck.
Good afternoon. Departure checks completed, doors and hatches closed, bypass pin inserted, so release the brakes.
Brakes released.
So let the ride begin.
Let's do a flight, during flight, virtual flight the first 2 times you spammed it, and now time you out for spam. So you got there as well, Kai.
You may begin starting the engines, Captain.
safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Engine starts, engine 2 starts.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Whoops. Turn facing east. Stop turning.
Okay, gonna stop the turn.
Whoops, that's slightly got us out of alignment. Turn facing south.
Sure, let me turn you to a southern course.
There, that should hopefully readjust things for us.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and
Stop
follow
turning.
instructions carefully.
Fine, we'll
First,
stop
check
the
your
turn.
seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart.
Turn
Release the
facing
belt
east.
handle above your head.
Okay,
When it's
I
on,
will turn
it
by
was
90
fastened
degrees
with
and bring you
2571,
up.
hello, readability.
Seatbelts
My message.
We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened
Here,
and visible
571,
during our
we
flight.
have a nerve.
Stop turning.
Your life jacket
Okay,
is either
we'll
beside
continue
or
straight.
underneath your seat.
Stop pushback.
Take it out of the container and place it over your
Stop
head.
the pushback.
Pass the tapes around your waist.
2571, you're cleared to Paris, North Me 1 Juliet to
Brakes
departure,
set.
runway 09 and right, squawking 6365.
Pins
We
are
also supply
removed.
life cots for
Now it's your
babies
turn.
and life jackets for
See
children.
you again.
6365 on the
Well, that was without a doubt some of the worst pushback I've ever done in this simulator. Somehow I've gone from a 90-degree turn into this horrible bit of parking. Not my proudest
We'll
moment,
now
especially
explain
that.
how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High heel shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now
Engine
point
start
out
up,
the
dock control
exits
checks. Elevators
To open the
set.
doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow.
Ailerons
Opening
set.
the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides.
Spoiler set.
The slides can also be inflated by pulling this handle.
Rudder set.
Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft,
one.
inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If
And go back to the engine control. Engine 1 and 2 are active. Turn off the APU.
The life jacket is fitted with a
Turn
light
off the
and a
ignition. At this point,
Your
you're ready to
oxygen
taxi.
mask is
So,
behind
let's
the
get the
panel
taxi
just
intentions
above
in.
your head. If the cabin
Speedbird
head
536
system
is ready to
fails,
taxi.
this will be released. Stay
Speedbird 536, taxi to holding point November Bravo 809 right, flight Charlie and Alpha.
Place it
Seabird 536, taxi to holding points November Bravo 8, runway 09 right, by Charlie and Alpha.
Do make sure your own mask is
Grab our
correct
Heathrow ground
before
charts.
helping anyone
Here are the
else.
Mayfield on from earlier.
Some areas, you release the
Heathrow
mask
charts
by putting
list.
on this coloured
Go
strip
to the
If you're in a club
airport
well-seated
briefing.
seat, you may
So
need
November
to
Bravo
use
8,
sliding
only
screen to
Charlie,
retrieve your
down
mask.
Charlie, make a
All
left,
electronic
sorry, make a
devices,
right onto
including
Alpha,
mobile
and
phones,
Alpha's
must be
Bravo
switched
8.
off,
Cool.
and all headsets must be
Parking brake
removed
released.
whenever the engines are running on the ground
Increase throttle,
between takeoff
and a set to the runway.
Please ensure
How do you person you think my Trans 370? Yes, I have seen the theory of that one.
text messages remain
Problem is, as time goes on, that crash was what, 6-7 years ago now. Sadly, hope is pretty much lost for those who were
electronic devices can
on the
be
flights.
once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine.
Miria
Take
Philip
care your handbag
is
is blocking the aisles
potentially
or
still around.
exits. It must be put
Reports have shown that the aircraft survived the raid, so
But place
like I say, for those who, I mean, fair enough, it's sad that the airplane has been destroyed, if it has been destroyed, but
As we
there's a lot more going out there than just an airplane being destroyed, trust me.
tray table is put away.
If that's the worst thing for you, the airplane being destroyed, your priorities, I'm sorry, are completely wrong.
If you have them,
Right, course done, spoilers armed,
card in the seat pocket.
flaps takeoff, big test, takeoff big normal, regional checks are complete. I see you're on the we're on 4 faults already there, Kai. Thank you for keeping us tabs on that. So my pushback today was all over the place. Some of the worst pushing back I've ever done. There's our control tab there, Kai. There's where you're sitting right now in your office. Let's make a right. Hoping the frame rate during takeoff's not going to be too bad, but again, if the scenery is particularly heavy, then it comes down to me need to reduce a few things for later on, but that will come in time. When not streaming, the frame rate's fine. We get about 30-40 FPS. When I'm streaming, some airports do struggle, so it's a case of me just killing things a little bit. Yes, Hugo, we are flying on IVAO. If you wish to join us in.
Super 536, November Bravo 809 right, surface wind 090 degrees at 6 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 09 right, Speedbird 536. In position to enter the runway. But the frame rate's not doing too well for me. I think I'm going to have to try and reduce a few things next time. I think I need to reduce a few things. Right, begin our takeoff clearance. Once again, we are going to use tug of takeoff. Takeoff lights set. Transponder on. No logic, just IVAO at the moment. I need to fly an IVAO. Right, takeoff. SRS runway. Engines toga. Thrust sets. Tiny bit of gusting on the aircraft being involved, but nothing too major. 100 knots. 120, V1, rotates. Yeah, the frame rate's not doing too well at the moment. Gonna have to kill a few things off, I think. Gonna have to kill a few things off. Follow the flight director for time.
Traffic.
Traffic alarm, really? From where? It's on the ground, I just can't see. Right, going to reduce the throttle to climb. So hand control over to the autopilots.
Super 536, Monty Unicom 122.8, safe flight, bye bye.
Unicom on 120 estimates of Seabird at 536. Thank you very much. Take care and bye. Yeah, don't know why some frame rates are liking something. My guess is the well, it's both the airport's level of detail and the fact that right now we are also flying towards Gatwick, also an airport with really bad frame rates. Do sort of gear up. This frame rate's really taking a battering today. It's a job for later on. Stop. Continue our climb outs. Hopefully, as we get towards Italy, things should start to lighten up a little bit. My word. Come on, Sim, you can do it. Trust me, Sim, incoming. Right, 12. We made it to 6,000 feet. Crashed 5,000 feet, which is initial climb for this level of our climb. What we'll do is we'll fly direct now towards Mayfield. Continue the rest of our climb outs. Oh, come on, Sim. This is frozen. Oh, no, we're going still. Oh my word. Come on. Come on, 3080. You can hold this together. Although notice how much quicker the frame rate is now that it's all kind of gone behind us. All of a sudden, back up to full frame rate like nothing's ever gone wrong. The frame rate, you feel the scenery sure is stunning. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So that now it's usable. That was a close one. Right, I think my mission for tonight, when I finish streaming, is to run a test stream and kind of do the whole lot. So do Heathrow, do Gatwick, do Vienna, go to the 3 main airports that lag for me, with a test stream in the background, and start reducing settings and increasing things where I need to get things exactly where I need to be. So I'm not expecting I don't ask for like the best frame rate in the world, like full 60 no problems there, but it doesn't need to be that. It needs to be a whole lot better than what I've got at the moment. That's for sure. So I will tonight spend a bit of time just kind of adjusting scenery settings and make sure things run a bit smoother. We'll increase our cruise now to level 370, so increase our altitude. Hopefully the aircraft should start to continue its climb outs. That's our inputs. To be fair, I probably start reducing things now if I really needed to. I think the problem is that's my CPU really. CPU's probably what's giving this kicking, so we'll turn down. I've already turned things. I'll turn on the clouds, I guess. That's all fine anyway. Shadow maps can probably bring down a bit. Terrain shadows need them a little bit, I guess, as well. Keep out reflections. But again, nothing's really. There's nothing really here that screams terminal building lag, apart from maybe the buildings. But medium buildings, terrain over detail probably got down to about 80, I guess. It's the objects of the detail that really matters. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, we're losing 2-1. Gosh. It's all going wrong today, guys. If I can run it at medium, then oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's official, Kai. You've got a better computer than me. No doubt about that now. I'm right, Chris. Yeah, sorry about that. Next year, there's one person earlier on spamming loads of swear words in chats. So I've, well, spamming, so I've got the wrong few people. I think I muted 3 people now by accident. Well, 3 of you now should be unmuted. TKC, what have you missed? You've just missed a PowerPoint presentation, I'm afraid, dude. I gave you a little PowerPoint presentation on a new Heathrow. Sadly, you've missed that bit. So now climb outs on our way towards Turin. You don't really see why the Heathrow premium deluxe is really good already. So the default premium deluxe Heathrow Geek, it's a good Heathrow, but when it comes to the higher stuff, it's still very much just a basic default Heathrow. There's a lot of things that it doesn't include, such as the immediate perimeter outside the airport, such as all default scenery. The premium deluxe, the iniScene Heathrow includes better detailing through like even just the decals and textures, like the sponsorings and the branding. Terminal 5's got more of an extended car park, all the loops around that. The Maidstone Avenue surrounding area, that's all been upgraded as well. There's a load of upgrades that the haywire scenery has, which default Heathrow certainly doesn't. But while I'm streaming, see if OBS right now its biggest factor performance details. So CPU, GPU. OBS right now is it the GPU that's causing the problem? I'll have a look. Maybe the GPU that's causing it. Well, it can't be, because unless you've got the factor count, it's 1080. It's now if I reduce my screen resolution to like 1440p or 1080p, that'd be alright. Okay, maybe it should be the GPU that's being really power hungry in OBS, hence why it's so there's a lot for me to kind of look into. Figure out why the frame rate's really low at some airports. So if this is really slow, then maybe our next stream will do Heathrow again, but this time with better frame rates all round. It's very strange. Shouldn't be like that. We're out of the clouds now, and all of a sudden, scenery a lot nicer. Well, the clouds here are just a lot nicer. Even if these are only high clouds, not ultra. I think it's actually our GPU. Somehow our 3080, well, I say somehow, to be fair, it's most likely our VRAMs, yeah, dedicated GPU memory. It's 9 out of 10. The utilisation's not full, but 10 gigs of VRAM, it's not enough for the sim. 10 gigs of RAM for 3080 was certainly not enough. It's 2080 and 12. It's a good card 3080, but the VRAM does disappoint me. And that shows why. 10 gigs is not enough. Definitely not enough. There's another spam up. It's about £21 AppGeek. It's about €25, $26, or in Polish is what's it? Probably about 55, 60. How do you get send flight plan sheets? You just print it out on the ADC menu. Sorry, the Atsu AOC. So menu, Atsu, AOC, you do a weather request and send it. And then receive a message, view your meter sheets, and then print it. Then go over to the printer, which is this little machine over here. And it prints out, you click on it, and you paste it onto your dashboard. So that's kind of what you do to it. Right, so let's climb out. Well, 10 seconds ago, Geek, you didn't really seem to interest it. Right, so passing through level 185 until I climb out. So far, so good. Our passing satisfaction up to 96%. Passing not too bad. Just a really low frame rate because our GPU is actually really underpowered for what it is. What I might actually look onto as well is, let's have a look, Google OBS GPU usage. Does the internet have any information on it? Look at my NVIDIA control panel. So I believe I'm already on the max energy setting already. So that's one solution they've got on the internet. It's changed my control panel to make it prefer maximum energy. Power management, maximum performance. Yeah, that's fine. See, I kind of see next reaction for that. Let's see, GPU overload issues. So there's always a few different options as to what could be causing the problem. Yeah, so 30. I think it's 12, not 20. Yeah, I think maybe 12. I'm alright, Superfly. I'm not too bad. Hope your air infections get. Well, I hope it doesn't heal too long, dude. It's not been too bad myself. Been at home all day. It's been a quite relaxing day today, so I cannot complain. So I've run over this as administrator already. The only program using GPU right now is. I don't think virtual memory is going to do too much for that. Oh, I can have a look. How do I check how much virtual memory is being used right now? If I go to my performance, the GPU memory, so 7.6 out of 26 gigs, dedicated GPU memory is 7. Monitor. I want to go over to performance, adjust the appearance and performance of windows. In the new window, go to the advanced tab, change the paging size for all files. Online, need to contact go down a second. Programs. So it's also nicely managing the paging file size for everything. Manage, system manage, system manage. I'm going to restart later, that's fine. Well, I'll look into it later on. Midstream's not a real time to do it. Now contacts the controller, I'll get a bit of fun release. So contacts 128.105. 128.105. So this is Paris control, and then there, Paris control. This is Speedbird 536 passing through level 280 inbound well.
Speedbird 536 passing good evening identified. Proceed direct Maldives, climb flight level 370.
Proceed direct to Maldives, climb level 370, Speedbird 536. Let's proceed direct to Maldives.
Takeoff Foxtrot Charlie Oscar, on est en descente, on vient de passer le niveau 115, route Amboise.
Charlie Oscar.
Resolution's. Resolution scale, that's a good shout there actually, Dazzle.
Transpondeur 1000 Foxtrot Charlie Oscar.
Down to 70 though. What's that going to be?
Oscar, vous confirmez, vous n'êtes pas capable de faire de prochain MP, vous confirmez?
So the missings look ever slightly blurrier. But you are right, it does increase the
négatif, alors ça doit être une erreur dans mon,
there's a whole
dans mon temps de vol parce que je suis capable
so if I
de
made it say
Bon approche.
85, back to high. That goes back again, sorry. Class Ultra.
Ouais, écoutez, voilà, on était parti pour l'ILS sur...
We'll give that a go.
On peut rester sur l'ILS, ça peut être peut-être plus simple pour moi.
I'm more of a Boeing passenger myself, Bartosz. I like my Boeings. I fly Airbus slightly sim because it's the only real short route I've got, but I am definitely a Boeing person. When it comes to Boeing, I like the more hands-on manual flying you do. It's Airbus. Simplistic, that's what it is. It's very simplistic. You just push buttons and it all goes. Boeing has a little more thinking for you to do.
Correct. Fox Papa Tango pour descendre. Fox Papa Tango, on est sur niveau 9-0. Niveau 9-0, Fox Papa Tango. Je suis resté sur des 3000 pieds, QNH 1019.
Right.
On descend 3000 pieds, QNH 1019.
So yeah, hopefully, these are. SOCJ Dash, not particularly one. I don't think the SOCJ is fantastic. It's an aircraft I honestly don't fly enough. I really need to fly it more often, but it's a detailed aeroplane, the system's really good, visually really good. It's just, yeah, I just don't fly it enough. Yeah, if you're looking for a decent jetliner, Marco, need to spend money on it, then SOCJ is by far your best bet. I'd say the Bradock 3D Max or the Captain 777. If you're desperate to spend your money, or to pay for aircraft, that's good. Definitely CRJ. Next stream to flight, so if hopefully tomorrow I'll do a bit of a train sim stream because Thursday's train sim day, and then Saturday, Sunday I'll do my usual train flights and stuff as well. So only like this week I'll get the full Thursday, Saturday and Sunday going. So I have noticed I have missed the last 2 Sunday streams as I've been busy with other tasks. Well, mainly work, but yeah, so on both those weeks I also did a Friday extra bonus stream as well, so it didn't like we missed out on the stream day, I just shifted it slightly. But this week I do plan to do a full Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. And I've got to say, Abramovich selling Chelsea, it is sad, but as he has as Skype said, it's not because he wants to, but more he has to if he gets sanctioned later on. It's sad. It's sad, but what can you say? There goes our free money. Okay, fine. Paris as well, if any luck. One spots Orly down below on the trip through.
Ouais, je corrige.
How are you today? Oh, channel, one of the chats, how it's dude. On the seatbelt sign, doesn't come off now. So we need to focus on the frame rate. Got my landing gear, forgot my seatbelt sign. Go on, Drawyah, better than this. Flight keeps freezing or starting. All I can say, have you got any kind of menu mods or kind of out some external mods as well? Because there are mods that can change the menu or tweak things here and there. If you've got any of those, get rid of those. Because most likely, if it's loading, freezing while the sim's loading, either you've got too many mods, your system's really slow, or you've got some mods affecting the actual UI itself, the menu itself, which is causing the slow frame rates. So make sure you're not overloading the sim when it's loading. Welcome, Dan, how you doing? Welcome to chat, how do you say, dude? Compared to stream 737 for next. Oh yeah, absolutely, Marco. As soon as that PMDG 737 releases, I've got no other aircraft to fly. It will just be 737s all day, all night. welcome. Aviation 50, how are you doing? Well, channel 1 chat.
Charlie Oscar, on est prêt à suivre la route vers Turin. Monsieur Charlie Oscar, Tango uniforme Roméo, descendez 1900 pieds. Et en route Tango uniforme Roméo et on descend 1900 pieds, Foxtrot Charlie Oscar.
Oh, Kai. Would you fly VZ or Ryanair? I mean, I can show you the answer there, Dan. I can show you the answer. If I log into my FlightRoute 24. There you go. Would I rather fly EasyJet or Ryanair? In real life, my top airline is Ryanair with 47 flights. EasyJet only have 9, so I'll let you decide which one's my top airline, EasyJet or Ryanair. Even British Airways kind of sneak in there, but that is made down to last year's COVID lockdowns and domestic flying. It's kind of snuck in there. No, Ryanair for me, they're my go-to airline. They're cheap, they're cheerful, they get you there on time. What more do you want? I've got no problems about them. Decent airline, cheap tickets, they get you through Italy, nothing more, nothing less. Air traffic red thread, I use IVAO. This is what it looks like. So the voices you hear in the background, the ATC and all that, that's all IVAO in action. I think there'll be an aircraft around us. Check TCAS. There's an aircraft, well, 26,000 feet below us, 40 miles behind. Other than that, it's quite quiet this evening. Not afraid to see though. ATC, so that's all of France has come. There might be an event or something on in France today. It's like French Online Day. There you go, we've got Tower at Torino today. Torino Tower's online. They've been on for 42 minutes. They should stay online. If they're doing a full 2 hours, they should be online for our landing. Our ETA right now is so 21:02. So yeah, if they stay for 2 hours, we should be online. We should land just when we're thinking about leaving. Yeah. Full AT through France, potentially Italy as well, make it online as well. You never know. Got Rome Centre, so. Oh yes, it does there, Dan. TCAS is also apparently ND, but this shows me 320 miles in front of me, not behind. So it won't necessarily appear on that. But yes, if traffic does come nearby, you will also see it on the ND. IVAO's free, Alex. IVAO's free. Worth the download. Even if you don't plan to use it, it's worth the download. I never take carry-on luggage with me, Cabrera. If I'm going for a 2-3 day trip, then a backpack's what I need. In particular, find it. This backpack. That's all you need. Two tops, maybe a spare pair of trousers, underwear, socks, my travel size toiletries. That's what you need. Oh yeah, Torino and Rome are on motorcycle, Marco, you are right. They're always active, even if there's no ATC. No traffic, sorry. They're always sitting there waiting to fly in. So it's a nice place to head to. VNAV's on the way for FlyByWire A320neo, Henry. If you've got the experimental version, then they've already kind of got it implemented. Just not fully perfect yet, but it is on the way. They've announced it. And kind of version 0.01 is there to go. Yes, it's free to bring a backpack on the Ryanair flight, Cabrera. It is free to bring a backpack. Chelsea, Chelsea's Skyrack Cup final. If it wasn't offside, it was the tightest offside ever. Lukaku's goal should have counted. And penalties. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say I'm Kepa's biggest fan in the world. Haven't been since the last cup final against City, where he had his spats against Sari. But I don't necessarily hate him. He's a good goalkeeper. Had a few confidence issues which drops his performance a little while ago, but he's kind of resolved that now. But for me, subbing him on was not the right option, because Mendy, who was excellent throughout the game, he won the penalties. He won the AFCON on penalties with I can't remember which country he's from, but when he won the AFCON, he won it on the penalty shootouts. So yeah, I've got no issue with Mendy. He's an excellent goalkeeper, but he was not the right player to bring on for the penalty shootouts. Yeah, Mendy should have stayed on. Mendy should have stayed on, no doubt about that. Let's give some advice to people here. What advice, Alex, have you got for us? Let's hear it. Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan, Dan. I am very much a Chelsea fan. Actually, I must say, this kit here, the 2000 and... I think it was last, it was the year before. Yeah, they had an image of Stamford Bridge and they kind of spliced it on the kit. At first I wasn't a fan, but it slowly grew on me over the season. I really like it. It's the best kit we've had with Nike so far, because most Nike kits I've been a bit iffy about. Last season I did not like at all, but no, this one actually really grew on me quite nicely. Did I ever dream of becoming a pilot? I did once upon a time, Henry. I did, but sadly that's probably now behind me. So unless things change, never know. I'd like to do a private pilot's license in the future, but commercially, probably not. One more card somewhere. Can't find it. I've got 3 travel cards. I've got my key card for Thameslink, Southern, Southeastern, Gatwick Express, Greater Northern. I've got my Glasgow Subway card as well. I've got an orange card. I've also got my Tenerife bus pass as well. I've got a small collection of travel cards from my journeys to other places. In fact, I've also got a Southeastern Railway one as well. The Southeastern key card is just like a different design. Again, that one I've got no clue where it is. Somewhere, it's a blue one. Pretty sure British Airways required... oh yeah, no, they don't require anything specific, Dan. Well, they require you to have a pilot's licence, which is about £80,000 at its cheapest in the middle of Turkey, perhaps. Of course, there are apprenticeship schemes as well, but again, very, very costly, very difficult to get into. There's a lot of requirements. If you become a pilot career-wise, there's a lot of requirements you need to have, which I can certainly meet them all, but don't have the time or the energy to do it. So, sadly, nothing I can do just yet. How are things with Brexit? No, so I don't need a visa travelling to Europe, Dan. We have got a common travel agreement where you're travelling to Europe for 90 days without a passport. Sorry, you need a passport. You can travel for 90 days without a stamp. Sorry, 90 days without needing a visa. My passport's in my work jacket at the moment. Let me go grab my passport 2 seconds. Sorry, back in 2 seconds. Grab my passport. Hello again. Alright, so yeah, passports. Inside the passport, when I went to Tenerife, what I got was... You probably won't be able to see it because of the green passport. There you go. Got a stamp. And so that stamp verifies when I entered my destination and when I exit destination. The entry stamp, exit stamp. And so what it does is when I go to a border control checkpoint, they will look at the stamp and they'll determine the date I entered and if it's either been more than or less than 90 days. If it's more than 90 days, I'll get detained and then they'll question me why I've been in the country for too long. Less than, I'm good to go. So that's the action now. So before you go to travel country, there's no stamps, no thing. You need border control. That's it. No more stamps, no nothing. Now you do stamps. I'm not sure when I'll do it, Chris. Just need to make sure I've got the finances for it. Once I've got the money for it, then definitely will start the pilot's license. Longest travel by flight, probably flight to Tenerife actually the other day. Probably Tenerife. So that was a 4.5 hour flight in the 737-800. So Jet 2 was a return. So the return flight was slightly longer than the inbound flight, by about half an hour or so. The longest flights London Sunset to Tenerife and back, about 4.5 hours each. In a 73 Max and a 73-800. Favourite movie? I'm not too sure actually. I'm not too sure. I don't really have a favourite movie at the moment. Nothing I can shout about. Favourite song? Just Clean Hold My Hand. Nah, well, it's a good song that. If you ever want to fly Jet 2, Just Clean Hold My Hand song to go for. If I look at my songs playlist, my friend's playlist, I don't use Spotify, I have all the songs locally. In the capital cities, their song's pretty good. So Safe and Sound, 1 Minute More, and so they've got 4 main big songs. They've got Safe and Sound, 1 Minute More, Sold My Bed Not My Stereo, and it's like Lion Court, stuff like that. Jungle Courts. I never remember their 4th song's name, but capital city's pretty good. So Safe and Sound's a really good song. Yeah, Just Gonna Hold My Hand, really enjoy that song. Save Your Tears by Weekend, Save Your Tears, and the other one. Blinding Lights. Classic, Enola Gay by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. It's not a classic I do quite like. There's a few other songs I do enjoy. Karma Chameleon, it's a classic. Paris. Here you see it's the cloud cover, but Paris is kind of just behind us now, where the clouds are. Pretty much bang behind that cloud is Paris. Visibility into the ground at the moment to the ground, but it's not terrible. Hopefully things stay pretty clear for the remainder of this flights. I do watch F1 tons. I used to watch F1 religiously when I was younger, exactly. Not just these. I watch the races, but I'm not really into the teams and the tournaments anymore. I just watch it for the races. If you asked me 10 years ago, Robert Kubica at Mercedes, was it Mercedes? It's probably Mercedes. Robert Kubica at not Mercedes, sorry, it was a Kubica at Renault and BMW Sauber. That's when I was really into into F1. So kind of 2006, 2010. That's when I was really into it. Big Rob Kubica fan I am. Massive fan of him. And yeah, he gave up racing. He had a big crash. He had a big crash in Canada. He then won the race a year later because of the Hamilton collision in the pit stops. Then he gave up racing for a little bit, and then actually returns relatively recently to start racing again. But Kubica was my favourite driver. Still is. Really love him, guys. So certainly back when I was really into F1. So many years ago. And the thing with Kubica is that he was a great driver. He was never kind of he was always a podium driver as well. He always got on the podium second or third. Apart from Canada, which was of course a fluke because of the crashes in the pits, he could never really properly win a race. He was always on the podium, but he was always just off of it. But he never was as great as he perhaps could have been. But Kubica is always my favourite driver. Yes, so actually Russia's been removed from the F1 season. Daniel, welcome. Welcome to channel. What's chat today, dude? Yes, flying the FlyByWire Aviation. I am flying the FlyByWire A320. So at cruise, we're going to the passenger itinerary yet. Let's see who's on board. Let's go through the cabin. Let's see who's on the aircraft tonight. So also, we're still really losing to yeah, still losing to the losers. Sorry, I know we're not playing a strong squad today, but in our possession as well. It's coming on screen now. Possession 74%. How? Kepa, I'm sorry, dude, but you need to. Even Lukaku's had a really bad game today. Sorry, but this team needs a bit of a shake-up. A lot of distraction as well because of the owner at the moment, but it needs a shake-up. Right, who's on the airplane today? Who's on board? An empty spot, give us a shout. And we'll have a look at the cabin maps. No one set out just yet. No one shouts. No one stands out. Don't think anyone in chat recognises anyone today. We've got Colin Reid. I wonder if he's in relation to I forgot his name now. You know the other Reid, I got stuck in the toilet that one time. Apart from that, nobody stands out today. Yeah, Chelsea was not the right fit for him, Marco. Lukaku, he's running out of time at Chelsea. He really needs to change things around or admit defeats. Yeah, things have not been great for him at Chelsea. If you get a chance to get a flight sim Al Capone, then definitely go for it. Microsoft Flight Sim is a fantastic platform. Not perfect, don't get me wrong, but very, very good. I really enjoy flying it. I enjoy looking at it. The scene is fantastic. If you get an opportunity to get flight sim, definitely one that's worth the purchase.
Direction du dos niveau 100 de 107 257 Paris, bonsoir, Botswana 9 Echo Arrival, descent flight level 1 0.
Yeah, in Italy it was fantastic when the players were less physical, but at United and Everton, even this person at Chelsea, he was never playing he was now. Because you're right, the league is a lot less physical out in Europe. as a result, he has more time to kind of really... He has more time to play with his own finesse, and that's what he does well in Europe, is finesse. Because he's got a lot more physicality against him, he's a big player, but he just needs that space. He doesn't always get it in the Premier League, so... Yeah, he'll do... If he goes back to Italy, he'll do well again. No hard feelings, but he's just not the... not the £90 million panic buy player we really need at this stage. Again, I'm not a fan of Haaland, I'm sorry, but Haaland I don't really want to Chelsea because, for me, he comes across a really selfish player. Maybe he's good on the ball, but he's not really a team player, and he has thrown, like, he has given up games and thrown it all away on occasions where he feels like he's being treated unfairly, as he's done with British Airways a couple of times, so, great player. I just don't think, he's not the team player I want at Chelsea. What we need to do is find someone kind of unknown in the other leagues, like Diego Costa. Before he came to Chelsea, there's a name that, of course, I'd heard, but I never really knew much about him. Came to Chelsea, blew the league away. We need to find another kind of unknown, well, a relatively unknown star player. Like Leicester City did with Kante, a player out in France that nobody ever really looks at the second division leagues, apart from maybe Arsene Wenger too often. Speaking of which, there was a Twitter a little while ago as well, actually, I noticed as well. There was a player who someone tweeted to Arsenal's scouts about N'Golo Kante a couple of years ago in the second division, in the French second division, like, hey, here's a player for you, have a look for it. But it never really went further than that. But he was always set to kind of look at Arsenal early in his career. Never happened. There you go. Back in 2016, May 2016, Arsenal met N'Golo Kante's entourage on several occasions. They intend to pay the player a course of €25 million. Never happened. And, well. Look where he ended up now. Fantastic player. I'm really glad I've got him, because Kante is one of our best. Really is at the moment one of our best. Sorry, Oliver. Still roaming FSX. We're going to be losing to Auckland at some points. Not a bad route, that. Not a bad route. North Macedonia's got some very good scenery out there, so you'll enjoy it. Okay, so... It's okay about... Okay, it's about something I've gone through before. You may recognise where it's coming by the way explaining it. Yeah, go for it, dude. Pain temporary, class today, a weekend of a year, but it was subside, and something else take its place. If you give up, that pain will last until the last day of your life. Yeah, that's right, Kai. Big Arsenal fan there. You could have had Kante, had Arsenal scouts gone with him, but it just fell out. The deal collapsed, never happened. But, like Harry Kane, Kante was going to be an Arsenal player until it just never happened. I'm not really a rugby fan, I must admit, Sensor. I've watched a few games on the TV, and if I've got a ticket to go to a Raw game, I'd go to it. But I've never really kind of sat down and supported a team. I've watched the game. I've watched the game in rugby. It's good sport. But I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan of it. What I am a fan of, however, is ice hockey. I'm a Telford Tigers fan. Because my family kind of... Well, my English family, so my mother's side's all Polish. My father's side's all kind of Midlands. So I have seen a few ice hockey games. Telford fan. There you go. Must admit, it's been a while since I actually last watched the Telford games of COVID and all that, but if again I'll choose to go again. Yeah, soon.
On fait une directe sur Respo, littoral 034, merci.
Air control, good evening, Alpha Lima Zulu 452 heavy at 17 miles inbound west.
Alpha Lima Zulu 452, good evening, direct to Guillermo.
Yep. I've had a few of those bots today. I really apologise.
Direct to Guillermo.
Direct to Delma. Alpha Lima Zulu 452.
have a Discord general chats. Yeah, my whole server's just a strange off place to be. Oh yeah, it's one more game
Paris,
band
bonsoir,
hammer.
Victor 106, Stable 321, on vient de passer de l'expulol.
36, Paris, bonsoir, donc ici, directeur Respo.
On va dire qu'à Respo, il crosse.
EG25, the 71 direct to Bedar.
Oh yeah, I know it is a monolith. It's just really annoying people who mess about and server like that. Yeah, hope that's cleared it now. As for us, we're now at our next waypoint, left hand turn. We should be landing, hopefully,
Cloud
on the
5 to
next...
switch to Unicloud, bye bye.
Off to Unicom, 122 late for Speedbird, 536, thank you very much, take care, and good night. Right, off to Unicom. So 2 hour flights, ETA is in about 23 minutes apparently. Not far away. We'll calculate our top of descents. That up all running, so calculator, sync our altitude. As for the approach runway, if the tower is still online, then we will... Yeah, in fact, you're an approach line as well, to read no approach, tower and approach. Filet on the way down today. Right, so active runway in use is tower. Plane spotting. Welcome back, dude. How are you? How are you, dude? Do you banana peel? I don't know. He's always quite fun with little gifts there and donations. How are you doing today, there? Plane spotting. Hope you're doing alright, dude. So yeah, active runway is... does it actually say? Tower, Golf, coordinate 2031 Zulu, Torino, 30, so that's time recorded 2004 knots. There's no runway information on that, and there's no runway information on the tower, radar either, so I've got no idea which one's the active runway. So based on our flight plan, it's 36, I'm going to stick with 36. Charts list, approach charts, runway 36. I presume it's 36 only because the approaches only exist for 36. Also, because of the Alps on the other side, so actually that makes sense. So 36 approach, that's fine. Intercept's at 4,000 feet. So 104 miles we sent today. 104 miles at... LSEP, and 9.6 ITOC. So hopefully an ITOC appointment exists. What am I approach expecting? So arrival ILS Zulu 36 on the Vera 3 Bravo approach. Like that. Check the flight plan, which is no discontinuities. Phew, okay. We'll get rid of that TSL points. We don't need that. They're up to URSEP, so that should now... we already had approach courses, they'll vector us in anyway, but actually, you know, it needs to anyway. Right, well, this approach, that's fine, I guess. I've looked at the star. Is there any other waypoints kind of added that I haven't got yet? The answer is pin nets, star charts, Vera 3 Bravo, Vera to Torino. So, I actually set. Well, outside the airport, there's a holding, and then to the, okay, we'll leave it at that, we'll pin it, just in case, we'll leave it at that. when we hit the approach controller, we'll then speak to the controller about where we need to go. Leave it on that. So it's 104 miles today. Yeah, 104. So reset that. Madiv, fix info. Is it iTop we need to do? Yes. ITOC. That goes into reference fix 1. Hopefully exists, which it does. 1, 0. Add 10 miles for descent, so 114. Insert the radius, and hopefully that should put a circle. We're about 50 miles in front of us, and that will act as our top percent marker for our descent today. It's fine. Right, back to chat. So, exactly, Caleb is operating for 737-700. How long's left Minecraft? About half an hour. Less than that even. Looking forward to flying the aircraft with some version. Yes, they fly 737-700s. For me, I'll most likely fly jet time and well, maybe jet time with it. So I see a few US carriers as well, but I'll vary it. I'll throw in a few different companies now and with it. My first flight will most likely be a jet time 737-700 from Helsinki to Gatwick. That will most likely be my first flight with it, given that as a flight I've been in real life on the 737-700, and therefore, for me, this is what I'm kind of used to. Hopefully also with any luck, I'll get some tutorials out on day one. I was uploading 2 onto YouTube. The tutorials are a big one for me. If I get the tutorials out there, that's the one that help other people kind of learn the aircraft themselves, and that's kind of where it kind of goes from there. So hopefully tutorials first, and then depending on time, I'll then stop tutorials and do the stream, or I'll do tutorials, finish it quick enough, and I'll go on to stream. Because recording tutorials do take a lot of time, especially with the editing, the overlays. It does take a bit of time, but if you can do it right, you do it right. Right, it's about 30 miles from descent now. Nearly there. Yeah, well, oh god, here we go again. Lots more frequent users as well. More frequent. Get in, right, it's 2-2. Come on. We need this. We need this win. I don't use IAG myself, Sensar. Not something I use personally. There's lots to go before I forget. Let's also look at our performance percent. So we need to go to the next page. I should print out another weather sheet first. So add to AOC, the weather request, and send it. Wait for company message received, and as soon as we've got it, we'll then sort out our performance for descent. Any advice for life? Just do you do you, dude. Don't let others slow you down. Just focus on your own life. Focus on what you're doing. No need to let others get in the way. Right, received meter. There's our information for Torino. Performance, next page, KH 1019, temperature is 5 degrees centigrade, it's 5, winds are reporting 3204 knots. Transition altitude. That'll be given to us by the controller. I see towers on flying Turin, but we have got approach still. Really important, I guess. So, transition altitude is going to be 6,000 feet. Sorry, wrong page, sorry. And our minimums. So the localized approach 1310. 1310. That goes there. 4 flaps landing. Approach configuration sets. So across the line now. Make sure our Unicom is set for descent. Right, so down to 4,000, target altitude 4,000. Yes, there's 2 ATR models on the way, Sensei. You've got one being developed by Airsoft, and you've also got the second one being developed by who's the other one? Milsim, I think it is? Milviz? Milviz, yes. Milviz ATR and the Airsoft ATR, both in development. Airsoft's teaming up with Sobo, Microsoft Flight Sim. Milviz is going into solo. Start our descent, which is great because we're about to pass over the Alps. It's quite a trainy approach into Torino, so let's just keep a close eye on our altitudes we're passing through. This last one I want is to find myself descending inside of a mountain, but I've hit the top descents, and the only thing between us and our destination right now are hills. So be very, very careful with our descents today. Be very careful indeed. So just got to pass over Geneva, which is immediately below us. Welcome, Jonathan Gaines, how are you doing? Channel, well, chat, how say, dude. So if I kind of try and down, just in front of us should be Lake Geneva and the city itself, Geneva, and everyone's favourite convention. How are you, Charlie? Welcome, channel. Welcome chat, how are you today, dude? Sorry to hear, dude. Hopefully I didn't take too much out of you. Welcome back, hi. British Flight Sim, I went to Luton University City in the way end, horrible place, even the worst fans. I've not been to Luton away, I've been to Watford away, I've been to... That's it really, I've only been to Watford away. Been to a couple of home games at Chelsea, I've also been to a couple of Wembley games, I've already gone to away matches. There's Geneva Airport, it's just beneath the clouds. Also, Fashion Underground, so I must be part very shortly. On the ground at Geneva is... without bounds, Air France 37 Yankee Romeo going to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Also, I have noted, now flying over the Alps, the ground turbulence, the updraft starting to increase now, so we'll be very more careful with our approach. Yes, I've got my flights booked for the RFE, Charlie. I've got 2 flights. I am doing... into my IVAO XU. So I'm doing, we're doing Torino again. Yeah, okay. I'm doing Torino to London, and then London to Madrid. So yeah, it sounds slightly different, but I'll try and get away with that, testing to wherever I get to. So I land at 13:16. I depart 15:12, so I can get any departures or arrivals close enough, I guess. I'm hoping I might get away with a slightly late departure out. I'll try and adjust it around a bit. So I won't depart exactly 11:50. I'll depart kind of a little bit later now, I guess. But I'll try and get a slightly later departure out of Torino and a slightly earlier arrival into Madrid. Otherwise, what, say an hour? It's just about a 2-hour wait. If I don't get like a half hour on the ground kind of thing, then I can try and mix things around a bit. But when that's departure time, I'll land. I'll spend about half an hour on the ground testing out the aircraft up, so I can always adjust things here and there if I need to. But like I say, I'm departing from Torino to Heathrow, and then Heathrow to Madrid. In total, start at 12ish, finish at 5ish. So I've got a good 5 hours on there. So I say 5 hours. Should be a nice long stream as well to enjoy for you guys. Now I'm probably going to stop by descent slightly, and that I'm going to guess is the reason we've got the. Oh, have Turin gone offline? They have. That's a shame. Yeah, so that's probably got the holding points at Torino here. That's probably what I end up doing for the yeah, so I hold up here, continue descents, and then I get about 4,000 into the glass up and down. So get that all planned and plugged in. So Verob 2. So is that just Tango Oscar Romeo, TOR? Look into that. So before we get to the approach, we get to Ursep. Tango Oscar Romeo. Does that exist? I don't think it does. Lurag Verob. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. Not quite. We'll hop on descent now because mountains. Get in. And it's Lukaku. Oh, it's 3-2. Get in. It's Timo Werner 10 minutes ago. Oh, that's a sigh of relief. Yeah, so 10 minutes ago, the assist from Loftus-Cheek into Timo Werner. Let's have a bit of space staying on side. So you can stay on side this game, not the final. But no, Lukaku's goal. We're playing a weakened team today, Kai. We're playing a weakened team. Again, Timo Werner in the assist through to Lukaku, which is at home really. I cannot complain. Cannot complain. Right, so at Verob needs to be passing through. So Verob down to Okomu needs to be at level 130. Down to Torino 6,000 and start the approach. So if we get ourselves the Verob waypoint at the very least. Oh, it already exists. It's just the mountains in the way we need to worry about if we can start descent any further. This game's been a again, it'll be a shame. It's a shame that Abramovich is leaving us. He's been our free money tree for so long now. Just become a very different kind of club. Well, hopefully they don't change too much, but time will tell with that. Also, it's close to the mountains. Very, very pretty. Maybe a bit on the low side, but I'm not complaining. Mont Blanc be out on this side as well, so try and get some view of that as we're flying by. Mont Blanc being on the border of France and Italy. Absolutely love the engine sounds off the back of the airplane here as well. Absolutely adorable. Sorry, still live. Are we still live? I really hope we're still live. Please still be live. I think we're still live. Yes, we're still live. Okay. Internet just jumped out a second there. Still here, cool. We're still here, guys. Still here. I was saying, one day I really want to fly to Torino, even if it's just, well, two things. One, the scenery for the approach over the Alps, and two, they've also got a really good Ferrari museum out there, which I really want to look at as well. But I've flown over the Alps a couple of times, going towards Italy and Greece and all that. So I've seen the mountains in real life from the air. But one, I actually want to go to the Alps and ride, say, the Glacier Express, the actual train in Italy, in Sweden, that goes through the Alps. And also, I want to go to the I want to do a skiing holiday one day as well. I want to really learn skiing. I've done indoor skiing before, but I badly bashed up my knee last time I went in Milton Keynes. But yeah, I want to go to the Alps properly. I've stood on the foothills out in Bergamo, near Milan. Flown over them. I want to go to Switzerland one day, and I do want to actually stand up in the Alps as well. You're all welcome to join me. Make your ticket on the same day, same flight, same seat. I used to watch a lot of F1 British flight siming, but not so much these days anymore. But yeah, the Ancient Egyptian Museum in Torino. I've heard of it as well. So that's another one that's. Let me add to my map. Oh, it's already saved. Well, yeah, I've got 2 places to save. So on Google Maps, I saved a few pins, like locations where I want to go. I've got pins on near the Ancient Egypt Museum and the Ferrari Museum. Those are the Automobile Museum, which just happens to be for the Ferrari. Those are the places I want to visit. Probably a day trip out there. Probably a day trip. See, quick action response there from the moderator. Love this one. Proactive, always around, happy to chat.
Flight crew has turned on the flash.
Oh, it also provides ATC services, can't forget that. Active car as well. Right, let's continue our descents. Through the Alps. Down we go. So we're supposed to be clearing there up at 14,000 feet. That's not going to happen. So what we'll do is I'll try and figure out where that holding point is on the approach. And then we'll use that to help us with our sensor as well. So set that all up. quite literally does it all. It's like the Swiss Army knife of stream moderating. Stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. DKC. Time I need to plan at some point soon. Right, let me figure out this waypoint. So, you're telling me if I overlay the approach charts, overlay. Here we go. So the waypoint that you're telling me to hold at, I'll get rid of this now, is. It's still saying Torino, but does it have a Torino? We cut off nearby if we need it to occur. We can do. Here you go. Top. So it's not TOR, sorry, it's TOP. That's what I did it wrong. Alright, fly direct to. So do it now. Tango Oscar Papa, not Romeo. Papa. That's the one I want. Insert that. And then what I will do is I also have a hold there as well. So hold. We will need to. So inbound course will be 279. 279. A right hand turn. Time for both flies. Insert that. Hopefully. There you go. Holding loop. Added to top. So if we need to lose some extra altitude at this point, was available. And was finished. Proceed directs to our approach. Perfect. Paint.net time. What you? Oh, I'll see what your creation is a bit later to do it. Alright, how are we doing? So far so good, the approach is looking good, the snow is now disappearing as we leave the Alps for the last time. British Airways will be landing in the sunset, hopefully in the next few minutes. So yeah, as the altitude lowers and the ground warms up, all of a sudden, snow just disappears, no longer a factor. Set the hold up, we'll be able to continue to descend within that. Speed also reduces as well. Didn't know that speed reduction. What I might do is I'll just quickly go to performance and quickly kill that into place now. Should just give you a bit of a kicking to hold it at 250 knots. 220 apparently. No, that makes sense actually. Aircraft continues descent. 220, that would be when it's when it's glide slope. So yeah, no, that's fine. 220 is fine. Be a bit of a slow down at this point, but the aircraft will manage it. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. There we go. Welcome to the city itself. Welcome to Torino. Torino. Love the way the sun's hitting the ground as well. That looks beautiful. You'll spot the Torino Stadium as you flew over. There's the main train station. So the Automobile Museum is about that building there, I believe. And the Egypt Museum, somewhere kind of in the main city centre itself. Torino is a place I do want to visit. Try and make a day trip out of it. Oof. And of course the sunset, the Alps. Beautiful, I'll approach that. Time landing lights in anticipation for 10,000 feet. Just a bit of lighting on. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes. What's the flight path? Well, flight path is a bit, well, I guess, but that's the holding loop for Torino. So it gets to Torino, you have to kind of go back on itself and holds until it gets to about 4,000. And as soon as we hit 4,000 feet, then we'll continue our descent because our approach. We need to hold to about 4,000. Go to our charts. There's the Torino point there. The inbound course is side. So first, see, inbound from Verob. We cut in, then need to correct our position and just fly on that holding loop. So 4,000, so MHA 6,000, 4,000 ATCs, no T at the moment, but we'll continue at 4,000. Then follow top 4 Alpha into Mike Foxtrot 506, right hand turn, enter the localizer, and by immediately or other charts go by, where are you? RSEP, it's localizer. And Delta, so 5% miles out, ITOC, at that point you're going to glide slope, and you can just path down towards the runway. That was the worst explanation of charts ever. I'm sure someone out there understood that. What I can also do is increase our center rate slightly because that's a little bit slow. The altimeter to 1019 you get the gist. Yeah, so you do this and this and that and that, and then magic happens. That's how charts work. With any luck, we'll be at 4,000 before we get back to Torino, and just continue to approach anyway. So the sunset of the Alps today has been absolutely fantastic. I've seen a few other screenshots on Volanta, this region earlier on. Really, really good stuff coming out online. Of course, mine's the best, no doubt about that. There's some really, really good stuff over the Alps today. There we go. That game was not supposed to be that tough. Mine were 3-2. Oh, that was not supposed to be so tough, but somehow Luton gave us a proper bashing. Again, the whole thing of our owner, Abramovich, is gonna add a lot more tension to the team, I think. Our performances will now struggle for the certainly for the rest of the season, so it's the next couple of weeks. Hopefully it's not going to be a massive drop, but the problem is Abramovich has been the Chelsea top now since 2003. Since he joined Chelsea, it's been such an adventure that now that he's looking to leave because of reasons he can't really control, it's adding a whole new tension to the club that we never used to have before. So sadly, we are at the end of the road with Abramovich. He's been absolutely fantastic to us. He's also come out and said that he doesn't want any of the money paid back to it. So he's given Chelsea £2 billion in loans, which we were set to pay back. But he's come back out and said he's happy. The money can stay at the club. He wants none of it back. Take it as a gift, as I look to try and save your image, because that's the reason he's leaving. to save Chelsea's image, he needs to step out because of the whole Ukrainian situation. And of course, the Ukraine situation is bad, really, really bad. And I highly recommend, if you get a chance to donate or to support or kind of help out with some of the refugees out there as well, do it. My brother's been actually doing a bit of work out there, so fair play to him. Yeah, what's happening out there is horrible. In regards to Abramovich and Chelsea, I mean, even Abramovich himself has actually gone to the Belarus border to actually try and work with Russia and Ukraine to find a peaceful solution. There's a call out a while ago through the Israeli Jewish organisation to find someone who kind of acts as a middleman in the situation. And Roman Abramovich answered he's gone there to try and find a resolution. And the Ukrainians have said that even if nothing comes from it, they thank him for the effort because he's the only one to actually step in and answer the call to say, can you help us? So hopefully that gets resolved peacefully very soon, because you look at the videos, images, what's going out there, it is horrifying. I mean, compared to even go back to what Second World War. If phones and cameras and videos were that popular and more accessible back then, it's the same kind of footage you see of troops entering, people getting shot. It's horrible. So hopefully a solution can be found. The sooner the better. He's leaving Chelsea with Splash because of the so with the whole situation right now with the Ukraine, Russia, and all the oligarchs getting their banks and finances seized. So look at for example, the Everton owner, I can't remember his name. The Everton owner, he recently had his assets frozen by the government because he's been known to have strong connections to Putin in the past. So they froze his assets. Everton are now struggling. Abramovich wants to try and avoid Chelsea from struggling by sending the club as soon as possible, because if he can get rid of the club before he gets sanctioned, Chelsea then won't be so financially stuck. So what he's trying to do is stop Chelsea from getting bitten by dropping the club as soon as possible. That's one. Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, I can only thank Abramovich for what he's done for us these last few years. I mean, United turned him down. He originally was trying to buy United. They turned down his offer because they didn't think it would be the right owner for the club. Looks at Arsenal, but that never came to fruition. So said, he was on a helicopter travelling across London. He saw a stadium, pointed at the stadium and asked who they were, to which his scout was like, oh, that's Chelsea. They're a mid-table team. They've got some good football lads in Europe, but financially not doing very well. And that's what he said to his helicopter pilot. Change his course, land at Stamford Bridge, and speak to him as there. Because originally he was on the way to Arsenal, to buy Arsenal, but spotted Chelsea, chose them instead. And that's where we've ended up to this day. So my grandparents are on the, they're in Poland, southeast Poland, kind of near the border of Ukraine, so I have been in contact with them. They're doing alright. My grandmother, I believe, will start doing some like catering for the refugees coming in through the border. How are your grandparents doing, TKC? Hopefully nothing too bad happens at the moment. Right, let's get the FlightControlReplay open and start recording our replays. This is A320 at Turin. So yeah, during the RFE event, the London event at on IVAO coming up in the next 2 weeks, I've actually got a flight at Turin. Turin to Heathrow, and then Heathrow to Barcelona. That's my that's flight, so fingers crossed. They should go without too many problems. Longer you fly, the worse frame rate gets, and that's because of FlightSim's memory leak. All I can say is save the flight, reload it, and go from there. Save and reload, save and reload. That's the surefire way to not stop it from freezing on you. There's the airport, there's the runway. A beautiful approach to this. Again, a reason why I want to do it in real life. I think Italy though, they still require a pre-travel test before you go, so Italy, not yet for me I'm afraid. But Turin would probably only be a day trip. It's not the biggest city in the world, you do cover a lot of ground within a day. 2 museum stops, given like 2 hours each. You could do a lot in a day in Turin, so that's the plan for me. Once Italy a little more open, I'll trip out there. No, better Wi-Fi won't make a difference. If I want to support Harry Kane, Adam, I'll be a Manchester City fan at this point. So that's where he's going, I'm afraid. Right, we're establishing the localizer. It's also on Unicom. Activates the approach mode, dual AP. Right, that's more comfy. That's 2. Drop landing gear. That's 4. Yeah, hit the airspeed there, but it's going to drop out very quickly. Right. Established. Beautiful approach into the airport. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing. Right, gear down, 3 greens. Spoilers arms, flaps set, gear down, 3 greens. Cabin secure. Pre-land check is complete. The old hand cam out. Yeah, Planetary Twilight. What's that behind me? Oh, it's a packet of Galaxy chocolate egg things. Right, plan the approach. All looking good. Need to it's green screen now because it's starting to fall apart. Great. It's cheaply put together. Just needs adjusting. That'll do.
$1,000.
1,000, stable approach. All pilots off, final control. 230, the aircraft's so well put, I can not touch the stick and the aircraft's going to go in without any problems. So 2 knot crosswind coming in at 328 plus, well, 328 to 333, so it's nice and stable this. Nothing for me to do, it's such a steady approach. Me.
500.
So
100 above.
the outer marker basically tells you when you're on the outer region of the airport. Until you get to the glide slide, it just gives you a
Minimum.
LATA on the short final. Minimum to continue. Now we adjust.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Throttle, keep it steady.
5.
Reverses sets. 100 knots. 80 knots. 60 knots reverses cuts. And there we have it. Welcome to Torino. What was that, 25 feet per minute? Yeah, that was a bit soft. Well, it was, Jacob. Watch the replay afterwards. Watch the replay. A bit harsh on the flare there, but very soft touch down the end, so I'm going to say spoilers down, flaps up. Try to get aircraft off to the left. Transponder off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Italy. The local time is
APU starts,
p.m.
taxi
and
lights
it's
set.
currently about 4 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned on.
And loving that fire red sky in front of us. Absolutely stunning this.
If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation.
How many G's? Have a look for you. So that landing was 24 feet per minute at 1.04 G's. So pretty much just dropped onto the ground there, like a leaf. Yeah, you wouldn't even have felt that landing. We're just on the ground. The speed taxied out, killed the speed a little bit. Default scenery, unfortunately. I couldn't find any mods for this, so I had to make do with the defaults. It's not a bad scenery by any means. Here's the terminal body in front of us. Yeah, I don't sorry, no scenery mod, but I'm making use of a light mod, especially at night, to make the airport a little bit brighter. So, once you do replays, also be sure to enjoy the sunsets from the passenger point of view, and then bring the stream to an end. But it's been a good old flight today. Really, really enjoyed this one. Okay, to be fair, probably could send the main taxiway there. Didn't actually need to cut inside. This is why ground charts exist. Did you know? It turns like that. Well, there's our stand, all the ground vehicles waiting for us. That's our stand, our person there, the wands, guys into the gates, and then bring the aircraft to a halt. Yeah, I thought I was going to the stands over here, but it's obviously not. Right, any luck? Try and sort the person the ones. Okay, ignore the person the ones. They're going into their position and not the stand. Yeah, just ignore them. Sorry today, you're in the wrong place. Right. Parking brake set, taxi lights, MPV set. engines off. Seatbelts off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turin. Next time right now, it's approximately 10:30. Temperature outside 5 degrees centigrade. Clear, well, cloudy skies, but no unsets of rain. We thank you for flying British Airways. Hope you enjoyed the flights on board today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Flight time was about 1 hour and 37 minutes. We landed just a little bit behind schedule, about 2 minutes 50 behind, but otherwise get you into terminal shortly and on your way for your onward journey. Cabin crew does pause the project, please. Thank you for flying with us today. Right, speaker lights off, APU off. When it comes to the APU and the landing lights, sorry, the APU and the bleed, we're looking for is the N1 to drop below 3. That's what we're looking for. Is it below 3? And you're good to go. Grab it to move in. Get jet bridge connected as well. Get passengers into that. Our jet bridge moves. We should look at these off as well. There you have it, weapon stand. So we'll let passengers depart from the airplane. The exploits the where is it? Deboard its check. So they're on about 6 more minutes to deboard the airplane. We'll probably get that up a little bit earlier, just for the sake of getting the flight reports in. The final screenshot to Volanta, and as soon as I've done that, we'll then bring things to a close. Also, what is next from IVAO? So we had French, we have AC over France, we had our Heathrow Tower, so thank you very much for the today. You two were fantastic. Shame that Torino didn't sound line for us, but sadly they did. Well, it's quite late over there. Now, so we're not going to fuss about it too much. Right, so final screenshots now uploading to Volanta. Good amount of screenshots today. Some very pretty scenes over the Alps, especially the first few screenshots are a bit naff, I must admit. But as the flight progressed, it did get a little bit nicer and nicer, so I can't say much about that really. Especially on the sunsets. The Alps looks fantastic, sunset looking fantastic. Really, really good images today. Right, so let's end the flight. Review the reports. So BA 536, 320neo from London to Turin. 1 hour 31 flight time. Planned departure was 50, flight 51. Planned arrival 20, arrived 24. 184 passengers, 94 satisfaction, 90 rate 29, and block time of 1:43. So overall, very positive from our passengers on board. I'll drop a flight report in chat, so if you wish to get more detail, feel free to do so via the link. We'll finish recording the replay on FCR, FlightControlReplay, and let us now do the replay. Also, before we do that, sorry. Oh boy, hang on. Yeah, make sure that's our jet bridge. Disconnected, doors closed. It's always quite important. Right, 320 into Turin. Lamps are cleared. Right, so start off with the right hand side. Short one is Turin. Hey, watch your shit, watch your shit. Oh gosh, you take care. Sorry, I can't pronounce the name at all there. Alpha. You go to you enjoy yourself, Alpha, sorry. Do it one more time. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Do apologise. You take care, Alpha. Have a good night, dude. Have a good night. must say, there's been a few bots today, more than they normally are. Those sex bots really trying to grind up a gear today. So, short fine on our A320 jets. What's the best place to learn IFR? Probably in your own time, really, CIA. Just load up on the airports, read up on a few documents, and get going from there. IVAO's got a very good IFR setup where you can get your hours built up through that. Highly recommend it. In fact, I think Kai probably best person to talk about IFR flying on IVAO. But yeah, so let's see. Start off offline, learn the basics, and then kind of learn your own vocabulary through that. Take a bit of time, but it's actually worth doing. Yeah, very short, very slow fun on this. Little bit harsh on the rotate there, and I tried to flare, but other than that, smooth touchdown I can't complain about. Oh, we could channel learn IFR. British Airways doing a series on learning to fly IFR. Oh, learning for IFR. It's a difficult one. So I do tutorials on IFR flights, but it's not really kind of in-depth IFR flying tutorials. They're kind of the basics on what you need to learn to do. I must admit, dude, I don't know about the best place to learn IFR. Oh, there you go. So yeah, best place to learn is by tutorials. Search on the IFR wiki page, get great help next to the burns. There you go. There's not a few there. So it just connects up, listen to its listen to transmissions, learn the lingo, kind of go from there. But everyone learns at their own paces. Yeah, I've seen the VATSIM doc as well for clearance from because that's was it a Canada and Alaska flight like that, which they kind of have a whole transcript of what to say. Back when I flew on VATSIM, that's what I initially used to learn. But yeah, there is a whole transcript available on VATSIM. That's worth a read as well if you need to learn the basics. I mean, at the end of the day, all the networks, IVAO, VATSIM, Postcon, Pilot Edge, they're all interconnectable. They all basically do the same thing, just their own little style of how to do it. So any resources across the networks certainly will help you regardless. Right, I'll do a quick review from the landing gears. Yeah, landing gears is what I'm really interested in, mainly because I can see how that landing works. So you know how to do VFR, should do IFR. Even then, like I say, just connect in, listen to the lingo, check out the tutorials and the wikis out there. There are resources out there for free that you can help to can use to learn how to fly without really doing much about it. Check them out. Let's say the IVAO wiki there that Kai's linked. Good place to start. Get a bit closer to the runway, so let's just slow approach this. Even with the headwinds, the speed on this approach is nothing. What are you doing? 135 knots, 134 knots. Very, very slow approach this. Oh yeah, VTC, there's a lot more to remember with VFR. It's why I want to do it more frequently in my own time. Maybe I'll stream I'll set streams to IFR, but I really want to pick up my VFR at some point soon, especially for the pilot ratings on IVAO. Also, that was a very, very smooth touchdown that. Even there, you say it wasn't quite 25. Honestly, apart from the slightly harsher rotate there, taking the nose back a bit, touchdown itself is smooth, slightly downward facing runway, so kind of meet up with that. It was a more than smooth landing. We'll do the same for the tail view. Thoughts on the Captain 777 Jason? It's shite. Do not purchase it. Stay away. There you go. That's your opinions for that. Half decent model, but yeah, just stay away from it. Yes, replay does interfere with IVAO, so I always disconnect before I do the replays, because the fact is, and actually I did it by accident a little while ago when I did the Amsterdam flights. I was showing my replay in the approach to Amsterdam, my IVAO was still connected, and so for people actually flying to Amsterdam, all of a sudden, this Ken M77 appeared, flying sporadically in bad wind. So yeah, it does affect the IVAO and that's in everything again, just disconnect before we forget. Right, one last camera, that'll be the runway side cam, and then bring things to an end. Oh yeah, and 767 just use a 777 cockpit as well. Yes, just sounds like what others said as well. It looks good on the outside, but inside it's horrible. Pretty much. The model's all right, but it's just not worth flying. And that sound as well. Proper A320neo, that. In fact, I'm going to do one more view. I'm actually going to do it from the main road. I actually want to hear the airplane kind of going overhead, because that... So a couple of days ago I did a bit of spotting at Heathrow with a mate. And so... and in that time, a couple of the 320neos actually flew overhead. And I've got to say, that engine whine as it kind of goes overhead... Yeah, I'm sure you'd agree as well, but that engine roar overhead... Sounds just like it. FlyByWire done a fantastic job with this aeroplane. We'll turn the audio up slightly as well. You spot Heathrow once a month for fun. Yes, if you ever get into Missile Avenue, it's a great place to spot. Do recommend it if you're looking to go spotting. Otherwise, yeah, I guess we're to the end of our flight today. So, that was a FlyByWire A320neo in British Airways colours. That was Heathrow, the iniScene Heathrow, with a bit of lag, so like I say, I'm going to spend a bit of time just tweaking my settings and frame rate a bit. That was Heathrow to Torino, Turin. That was flight sim, what else to say. Really good flight, that, really enjoyed it. Scenery, as always, fantastic. The approach to sunset was fantastic. The Alps, fantastic. Really good approach as well. So, back in tomorrow, hopefully, for some train sim action. Then it's Saturday and Sunday, some more flight sim, and see where the end of the week goes from there. What are you doing, and why do you keep relanding? It's got a replay, CIA, it's got a replay. Yeah, so, thanks for watching, guys. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon for some more flight sim action. Going to Miami in April 3rd, flying 380. Ooh, very nice. Do enjoy that flight, James? Do enjoy it. Hopefully not too far off my first British Airways 380 flights. We'll see where it goes from there. Right, take care, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.